Finishing up the third parak. Hakol tzafui v'harashut netuna. All is foreseen, but permission is granted. A very cryptic statement. But really, this is the fundamental concept of Judaism about that talks about free will. And this is a question that's been asked for generations by philosophers, theologians. One could spend an entire lifetime dealing with this question of, if God is infinite, if God knows everything, how can I have free will to act if he knows what I'm about to do? Perhaps my favorite answer to this timeless quandary is brought down by Rabbi RJM, who basically compares it to a chess master, right? If you, I don't know if anyone of you saw this this series, amazing, called The Queen's Gambit, about this child chess prodigy who grows into a teenager and then a young lady, and she's literally taking the world by storm, the country, then the world, Russian chess masters, and so on. Really fascinating. And to see how a chess master's brain in some way operates, right, whereby they know what you're going to do even before you do it. You do it, but they know, and they know if you do this, then this is what's, and then if I do this, then this is going to happen. If you do this and I do this, and right, and they could figure out all of the different formulations of how the chessboard will end up in their heads, right, in advance. So if I'm playing against the chess master, or lahavdil, if someone is playing against the Queen's Gambit girl, you're playing against the major chess masters that we've heard about in the world. Do you have free will to play against? Of course you do. Oh, but they know what you're gonna. No, but that's okay, right? God is the ultimate chess master. God knows if you do this thing, then this is going to happen. And if you do that, then this response will happen. What's interesting is that God is able to set to send us messages and to send us certain ideas, or not thoughts, right? Because God is not going to implant into our brain, but God is in control of what happens to us. And when something occurs, the question is, how are we going to react? And that is the bedrock of free will. It's really the bedrock of Jewish peoplehood. Hakol tzafui, everything is foreseen, everything is known. V'harashut netuna, but permission is granted. We have free will, and we know how to react. And when difficult things happen to us, or roadblocks, or stumbling blocks, or whatever happens to us, whether big or small, the question is, do we pack it in? Do we respond in a way that perhaps hurts others, perhaps hurts ourselves, our families, or do we move with it? Do we allow that nisayon not to bring us down, but to raise us up? The word nisayon comes from the word nes, which is a banner, to raise a banner. That was Abraham's life, literally. He responded to life's challenges and allowed them to elevate him. And even though, Hashem knew on some level what was going to happen, we don't necessarily know how. Yeah, he's infinite, but we don't know how we're going to respond. And the Jewish people have always responded, and we haven't allowed those challenges or those messages to bring us down. But we've turned to God, to our faith, to our Torah, to our communities, and we've raised ourselves even more. May we be zocheh to make those choices, to raise ourselves ever closer, ever higher. Have a great Shabbos.